What's up, everybody? This is Day 17's recap. I had a video planned today. I wanted to do something inspired by Brian De Palma. I even hinted at it in a short episode. I said, I hope you see the hint. And it was underway. And then all of a sudden, ping after ping after ping. And I'll be honest with you guys. If you see one of these summary videos, one or two things happen. Either I shut it down really early and went to sleep, or I was just so damn busy I couldn't do a proper edited video and, you know, do some of my crazy shit that I like to do. So if you would indulge me, I'm going to share what I did have and the idea I was going with. And if you don't want to watch it, skip ahead to about the 2.5 minute mark, and then we'll summarize today because I got a few things to talk about today. Morning, welcome to day 17 of my journey. We are at $2,984, and I wanted to talk about markets today and building algorithmic trust. See, DoorDash runs on an algorithm, just like YouTube, just like TikTok. It's pretty much the same. And the algorithm is based on consistency. So when somebody tells you that they can run a 1.5 AR and grab orders, they're not lying. Why the hell did I decide eating a cookie in that shot was a good idea? I don't know. Brian De Palma, though, one of my favorite film directors, and he always uses split screens to tell two separate stories, but related to the same story at the same time. And that's the process I was going with. Drop a comment in the comment section if you would like to see me continue that video idea, or if you think, dude, just do DoorDash, why are you going all crazy? I probably will still keep the video idea and bring it out another time, just to let you know, but drop a comment anyways. Alright, so in that clip there I was starting to talk about algorithmic trust, and like I said, the algorithm basically works the same way like YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, all that shit. You know, consistency. You know, you start like I'm doing right now with this series. You start showing the same thing, and the algorithm picks up speed. It gets to recognize what's going on, and boom, you start to roll. Well, the same thing happens with DoorDash. All right, so one of the reasons why the guys in the big markets have the ability to, you know, run on low acceptance rate and make good money is because they started going, okay, I'm not going to take these orders, I'm just going to take these orders. All right, and so the algorithm had learned that John Doe in San Antonio only takes a certain amount of orders. So what happens when you're a top dasher? All right, so what happens when you're a top dasher, you're telling the algorithm, you're saying, hey, I'll take whatever order the other people are not taking, I'll take it. And then you become dependable. And when you become dependable, that's when you start seeing everything from 275 to, you know, the high ends. All right, so if your market is flooded, and you know what, I'm going to come to the defense of the larger market dashers and Grubhubs and stuff like that. I'm going to come to your defense. All right, if you're dashing in a city with high volume and stuff like that and whatever, and you're trying to maintain 90, 92, 93, 94, whatever AR you're doing, then those individuals, unfortunately, are going to see a shit ton of bad orders. I mean, a crap load. All right, today I accepted pretty much almost every order. The only one I did not accept was 275, 6.1 miles. When I'm looking at our gas situation here at 3.59 per gallon, I'm like, come on, really? And so that one, I was just like, I can't any rhyme or reason even try to convince myself to take that order. But I did take some 375s, and the idea was that I'll take this 375, run it 4 miles, I'll be done with it real quick, and maybe a $10 order will be behind it. No. It was a weird Monday out here, folks. I mean, my day was really strong, but once I got to about dinner rush time, the orders just got lowball. And another thing I like to say in my mind, if I'm having a bad day, that means there's another dasher out there having a good day. Because, quite honestly, we're all just numbers in a jar. We're a lottery pick. Yeah, the top dasher and acceptance rate, in theory, is supposed to increase the number of, I get to say it on video, balls you have in the bowl, in theory. But that means, hey, 275, Paul, you take it. $4, Paul, you take it. Why? Because my acceptance rate's high, and when John Doe next to me doesn't take it, bing, it's going to come to me. All right, and that's the truth. So, in lower markets, we don't necessarily have the ability to sit here and deny a lot of orders. And I'll give you a visual reason why. Now, I went and invested in a deck of cards today for this video. My video idea got scrapped, but I spent $3 on these cards, so by damn it, I'm going to use this visual identity, even if I've already explained myself. So, this is John Doe in San Antonio. This is the amount of opportunities he has. First order comes in. No, I'm not going to take that. Next order comes in. I'm going to take that. All right? So, now, let's say you're in my market. Okay? So you take, ah, damn it. Excuse my language. Sorry, Lord. You take all that away. Amount of opportunities we have. All right. Take oh, good order. Yay, I'll take that one. Decent. I'll take that one. Decent. I'll take that one. Decent. I'll take that one. I didn't shuffle these good. Decent. I'll take that one. But you see, you start running out of opportunities, and they start getting lower. Ah, there's a 10. A 4. I'm going to skip that one. Ah, that's decent. And that's decent. But guess what? Now your opportunities are gone. So nobody is wrong or right. Nobody is. All right, really, they're not. Uh, it's just the way, pun intended, your cards are dealt. So, with that being said, and that was going to be the main idea of my whole video today, I had it all in my head worked out, and shit happens. I did end up pulling over $200. Like I said, Monday was great. Picked up speed, and then it just tapered off, which does not look good for tomorrow. But we're going to try tomorrow to talk to every single customer and see if we can't push our income a little bit. That's going to be on the docket tomorrow, talking to customers. All right, with all that being said, now, if you're new to my channel and you sat through all that, I want to get to know who you are. If you're subscribed to my channel, I wanted to get to know who you are. Unfortunately, I can't come over. I can't have a beer. I can't sit down with you. I can't do these things. All right? But what I can do is tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 50 years old. All right? I grew up in a small town near Orlando, Florida, called Apopka, Florida. Grew up more or less with my grandparents and two other brothers. All right. Lived in a small house without an AC. Shared a bedroom. The whole 9 yards. We grew up poor, and before I break out the tiny little violin and start singing you a damn song, it's okay, because we had clothes on our back, we had food in our tummies, and shoes on our feet. All right? Don't always look for what you don't have. Cherish what you do have. All right? Then, of course, in high school, I had a lot of problems. I was 6'1", about 185, maybe 170, soaking wet, knock-kneed, clumsy looking, So I had those problems. Plus, wearing the same shit every day. So, went through that. All right, and then adjusted, and I've done several things in my life. I've been in the United States Army in 1996. I enlisted, went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and spent 11 out of 13 weeks in advanced individual training. I developed scales on my body. Guys in the shower freaked out. I can't blame them. It was all over my chest, my groin area, legs, everything. Had to see the medical staff and couldn't find out I had psoriasis. Okay. They said it was an automatic discharge. Medical. All right, so I didn't get to graduate that. All right, don't bring out the violins yet. This is not a pity party. I'm just giving you a summary, some highlights, of things I've done in my life. Tried International Technology Institute, or ITT Tech. I did that, but then, I have a weakness, and it's called female persuasion, and lost my train of thought and let myself get distracted, and there's that. All right. Yeah, I tried to be on a steel beam roof. I've done that. I tried shingles, but for the most part, and what I latched onto was customer service or retail stores, grocery stores, convenience stores, stuff like that. Um, I would say I was in that business for 20 years of my life. Uh, Met my wife through a friend, and it started out as just a fling and then grew into something more, called a child. And then we, after years of struggling with commitment and everything, tried marriage, did not work out. I and it's weird because all through high school and everything, I always wanted to be that Casanova romantic guy, whatever. If a girl liked me or wanted to go out with me through school or whatever and hold hands and stuff, I'd be writing love notes and songs, and like on day 3, like psycho level stuff as a child. But I was so bent on impressing that, what do you call it? Try hard? Well, I was a little bit of a try hard. So went through all that, found out that I'm not good husband material. We still talk to this day. We're good friends. If I need something, she usually helps me. If I need something, I try to help her. And there's that. I have 4 kids. Right? And I don't wish to discuss them too much because I feel like, as a father, no matter the mistakes you made in life, it is your responsibility to protect them. So I try not to mention them a lot on my videos because I don't know who's out there. So I'm really careful not to give names, nothing like that. Just I have children. So, and they're all grown now. They're all doing their own thing, but still, even if somebody recognizes me on one of the, I'm even worried that somebody will recognize me on one of these videos, go to one of my kids and go, "You see your doofy ass father all over the internet?" I'm worried about that. I do worry about that, but Papa's going to do his thing. They're grown. I'm going to do my thing. And if I embarrass them, honestly, that's on them. But, it is what it is. Man, I really, guy who left a comment that I need to shave my mustache, he's right. I need to shave. This thing's getting out of control. I'm starting to feel like, what is it? Swamp People, the DoorDasher, or Duck Hunter DoorDasher. There it is. Duck Hunter DoorDasher. That's what I'm starting to feel like. And, so went through all that, did all that, and, and right now I'm a 50-year-old guy, no wife, no girlfriend, kids are grown and gone. I got all the time in the world to do this. All right. And that's one thing I want to mention. If you're seeing me on Facebook, if you're seeing me on YouTube, if you're seeing me on TikTok, and you guys have shown me so much love and talking about how I'm an inspiration and stuff like that, understand I have the ability and I have the time to do it. Not everybody does. Not everybody can spend the amount of time I put out on the road. And, you know, so my biggest advice for you, if you're doing this part-time, is to go set yourself a mark. Not hourly, just a mark. I'm going to go out today and I'm going to make $50. All right? Now, when you go out and make that $50, if you buy yourself something to drink, add that to the $50. So let's say you bought a soda for $3.17. Now make $53.17. So that way when you come home, you made $50. Keep your if you're doing this part-time, keep your profits as high as possible. All right, it will be worth it in the end. If you're doing this full-time, and I want you guys that are thinking about DoorDashing and gig work and stuff like that, if you're doing this full-time, please understand this one thing I'm going to tell you. Get to know your market first. Get to know where your stores are. Get to know where your people live. Get to know your roads. And it will be much, much easier. All right? It will be so much easier once you know all those things. But I would lose all sense of credibility if I did not tell you were going to put some time. All right? DoorDash advertises $25 an hour. They ain't actually lying. But what they do is they have an active time and they have a time on app. And if you have the ability to sit at home and pick orders off at home, do it. I swear to God, do it. Sit your ass down on the couch, turn on your DoorDash, and an order comes up and you like it, go get it, and then get your ass back home. You take orders on your way back home, you know? I wish I had that ability. That would be awesome, you know? Just to sit at home all day and pick off orders as they come in. Be easy. Cake. Yeah. But anyways, man, this video is going on forever. And I wanted you guys to get to know me a little bit. Screw the algorithm. Screw the retention bit. I have to slap some kind of freaking fancy dancy title card on this so people will freaking watch it, but whatever. Screw all that. I want you to know who I am. I want you to know what I'm about. I'm about work. I'm about if you have problems, you fix them. That's one thing I learned. If you have a problem, if you caused a problem, you fix the problem. All right, that's just one of my things, core values in life. It might not be for everybody, but that's the way I see things. You guys are awesome. Everybody that clicks on one of my videos is awesome. If you click on one of my videos and you're like, dude, you're a piece of shit, I think you're awesome. If you click on one of my videos and go, I thought this was a DoorDash video, and you're just sitting here talking about yourself, you are awesome. All right? All of you. Grind Army. That's our thing now. We're the Grind Army. Anybody that jumps on my TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, you're part of the Grind Army. Red Tide DoorDash, Grind Army. Codex, Grind Army. The Father of Seven, Grind Army. There's so many of you, I can't. Colleen, Grind Army. Golf Soaps, Grind Army. You guys are Grind Army, and I see each and every single one of you. I am constantly checking my YouTube. I am constantly checking my TikTok. And if I could, and if I had the time, I would sit there and watch every damn thing you put out. That's what you mean to me. That is what you mean to me. All right, guys, I gotta go. It's getting late. I still gotta upload this damn thing, and you know, at least get it to YouTube so I can slap a fancy dancy. Oh, look at my title card thing on there. You think that was a good one? Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah. Do a Mr. Beast thing. Whatever. That kind of shit. Good night, y'all. Love you. Grind Army forever. Peace.